So today we're going to be making jerky fried rice. You're probably asking me, what is jerky fried rice? Guys, okay, look, we're all in quarantine here. We have super limited resources. So one day I went to, on my Costco haul when all this first went down, and I bought a big bag of turkey jerky. Okay, I stuck it in the pantry thinking it's a good protein source. It lasts freaking forever. It keeps really well. So I'm just like, okay, I'll stick it in the pantry for a rainy day. One night I'm making dinner and I'm just kind of like, man, we really need something else. We really need to spice it up because I'm getting sick of eating the same thing over and over. And I reached into the pantry and I'm just like, what do we have here? And I looked at the bag of turkey jerky. I just kind of like, a light bulb just kind of, lit up in my head, and I said, what if I threw this turkey jerky in with the rice and cooked with it? The inspiration kind of behind all of this is because Chinese people have a lot of cured meats, and we usually throw those cured meats inside the rice to infuse the rice with its flavor and to rehydrate the meat, and it tastes super good. So I tried the turkey, I cut it up, threw it in the rice, and I gotta tell you guys, it worked out fan-freaking-tastic. Like, it turned out so good. It's super aromatic. It's not super overpowering either. So it's just a very nice undertone that goes really well with a lot of dishes. And that's what we're going to be making our fried rice out of today. And it is the jerky fried rice. Let's get started. Okay, so after you get your jerky cut up, I have 4 cups of rice right here that's already cleaned and rinsed out. And I already have the water measured. I added just a little bit more water, probably like 2 tablespoons more water than I normally use, because the jerky itself is going to soak up a little bit of moisture, so you don't want your rice underdone or too dry, so add just about 2 tablespoons more water to incorporate the flavor. So put the jerky in there. This is about a half a cup, like I said before, of chopped up jerky. Let's get everything in there. 1 second. Make sure you make sure you rinse your rice before you add your jerky in, or else you're going to rinse all of the flavor out of the jerky, and that kind of defeats the purpose. So rinse and clean your rice out, add your water, add a little extra water, 2 tablespoons, and then mix in the jerky into the rice. And then cook it as you normally do. Okay guys, so there are several ingredients that are incorporated into a fried rice, which is super simple ingredients. We have peas and carrots. I have some fresh carrots here. You can totally use just the frozen peas and carrots from any of your frozen aisles. Those work perfectly, but since I just have peas, I have to cut up some carrots, some green onions, some soy sauce, salt and pepper, and that's really about it. Oh, can't forget eggs. Ugh. Don't you guys just love eggs? Alright, let's get started. Okay guys, so the rice is done cooking. The house smells super smoky, like it smells so good. I don't know if you can. I wish you can send smells through YouTube videos so you can smell how good this rice smells. It smells so good. It's been fluffed. It sat for about 5 minutes. Rest of the ingredients are prepped. Peas, carrots, eggs, a little bit of soy sauce, green onions, and that's really all the ingredients. It's super simple. I also add a little bit of chicken powder to mine. You can omit that if you want to, but it really gives it a nice boost in flavor. So let's get started. So the wok that I have has already been preheated, about medium high heat. The biggest thing about fried rice and most Chinese cooking, and honestly cooking in general, is about controlling heat. A lot of times people think that you need to just blast your stir fries and your fried rice with high heat. Yes and no. Like, there's just a finesse and art and experience that comes with doing a lot of like stir fries, that you need to learn how to control your heat. So the first thing, preheat your wok. If you don't have a wok, a cast iron skillet, any kind of skillet will work. Quick drizzle of oil. So you want to use a nice high heat oil. This is grapeseed that I really like. So one of the things that really makes Chinese cooking, like a lot of times they say it's a non-stick carbon steel wok, hot wok or hot skillet, cold oil. It creates kind of like a polymerization that creates the non-stickness. So now first you want to do is get your eggs cooking. Alright, this is about 4 eggs, salt and pepper, nothing fancy. The egg started. Let it cook for a little bit. Just let it sit. We're not going to completely cook it into like a patty. What you need to think about fried rice is kind of like a Chinese omelet with rice. So you can really add anything to your fried rice. That's kind of the theory behind, at least that's my theory behind a fried rice, is basically it's a Chinese omelet tossed in rice. So anything you add to an omelet, you can really add to a fried rice. Okay, let that cook a little bit until there's a little bit of egg yolk left, just like that. Can you guys see that? Now we're going to add the fresh rice to it, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a second. About 2 to 3 cups of fried rice in here. And then start tossing it. Now the reason you want to use, you know what, I'll talk about this in a second. Give me a minute. This smells so good. Break up the egg pieces. Now one of the important aspects of a fried rice is to make sure everything is distributed evenly. And on top of that, you don't want any big clumps of rice in it. So if you see big clumps of rice, don't mash it because you'll really break the rice kernels and the presentation will look like shit, and also it'll taste like shit. So you just want to gently break those rice clumps apart. It's looking really good. The rice sit for a second. Now, the reason you want to let the rice sit for a second is so it can absorb some heat. What I mean by absorb some heat is that there's this thing called wok hei, okay, in Chinese cooking, or that's in Cantonese wok hei. I think in Mandarin, I'm going to probably butcher it, is washi. I don't know. If I butcher that, I totally apologize. But now that's why, you know, like, that's what makes Chinese cooking and Chinese stir fries so special, is the wok hei, is what gives it that very special flavor. So now you want to let this heat just kind of incorporate into the rice. Alright, next thing you want to add is your peas and carrots. Your peas and carrots, this is about maybe like a half a cup to 3/4 of a cup of peas and carrots. Give it some extra flavor, give it some color. Look at that. Beautiful. The next thing you want to add, a little bit of this chicken powder, like I said before. This is about a teaspoon or so. Now, depending on the jerky that you use, some jerky is pretty heavy and black pepper. So if you're going to add black pepper to your fried rice, definitely keep that in mind, because black pepper can be very overpowering. It can take over everything. And if your jerky already has a lot of black pepper on it, go ahead and skip it. And it's looking good. Soy sauce? Now you want to add the soy sauce on the side of the pan, okay, to let it drizzle down, because the hot pan, when you drizzle soy sauce onto a hot pan, it creates a very, very unique, almost caramely flavor. So that's what you want to do. Here. You don't need much, probably a tablespoon or so, just to give it some flavor. I'm not a big fan of the dark soy sauce fried rice that you see in a lot of American restaurants. Most of the fried rice that I grew up with is just like this. It's just a white fried rice. It's not dark. Like I was actually pretty surprised when I first came to America, like how dark the fried rice was. But there's something different, you know. Nothing wrong with it. Just we do things a little different. Just a slight drizzle of soy sauce. Now you have your green onions. Go ahead and, actually, you know what? Before you add the green onions, go ahead and turn the heat off, because the remaining heat from the wok will cook the green onions. You don't really want to like overcook the green onions, because if you overcook the green onions, it just it looks bad. The presentation looks bad, and then also it's just not as, it doesn't taste as fresh to me. All right, let's plate this up. Alright guys, so the jerky fried rice is done now. It smells super good. And something I did want to cover earlier today, or earlier in the video is, why am I not using overnight rice to make fried rice? Now, I know there are a lot of, you know, people that swear by using overnight rice to make fried rice. Well, after doing some research on my own and, you know, having a lot of experience making fried rice at home, fresh rice just works better for me, because a lot of times I feel like overnight rice gets a little hard, and it makes the fried rice just a little bit, like you get like these hard bits in the fried rice, and I don't really like that. And so fresh rice actually cooks a little bit better in fried rice, and it gives it like a softer texture, it's more palatable. So that's why I use fresh rice instead of overnight rice. But this concludes our jerky fried rice recipe. I hope you guys like it. It's a super simple recipe. And comment down below if you guys try it. Let me know how it tastes. I hope you guys like it. If you guys like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It'll mean the world to me. Help me support all of this craziness. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.